Alright, back again, Luke here, and today I went through some of my emails and found that a lot of people were wanting to see what happened with that GameCube. And if you saw my last video that I put up, I went to the Chameleon Club store, the game shop, and I wound up finding an AC adapter here for the GameCube. And I didn't do anything to it. As you can see, it's still very dirty. I let this thing sit for, a good 2 days or so, just to make sure all the water was out of it, and yeah, just plugged in the new AV cable that I got here and the new AC adapter. Here's the old remnants of the AV cable that's kind of destroyed, but I could probably salvage it. One thing here before we start off, one thing that I can give you a little tip on is if anybody's having any trouble with for example, like sensors not reading, or if you have a set of AV cables on an old Genesis or Xbox 360 that maybe isn't putting out video, what I recommend doing is, if you see this metal casing on the outside here, this is actually the grounding casing. And what will happen from time to time is this will get dull, and it happens on AV cables, it happens on any kind of controllers that has this, especially for GameCube and AV cables for Xbox 360s, Genesis, things like that. What I recommend is taking either some steel wool, if you got it, and go around the outside here and shine it up, or if you're kind of at a loss and you got a little bit of sandpaper, you can scuff it up just a little bit, make it a little bit shiny. And if you don't have any of that, I guess you could use your car keys or just a regular knife and try and scrape it up a little bit. The reason why you want to scrape it up is because you want it to make good contact with the contact points in here, and the same with the AV cables. When I got this thing all put back in here and fired it on, it didn't recognize this at all. So did a little bit of cleaning on here like usual, and sure enough, maybe gave it away a little bit, but the thing turns on. So straight out the garbage here with just a 400 yen or like a $4 AC adapter, and the AV cables I had laying around. Still has the same game in it. Didn't take that out. So let's turn this thing on here and kill the lights. I'll show you what it's doing. Let's give it some power. Fired on right away. I mean, there was no problems at all. And it's checking the memory card here. And there you have Japanese Pro Baseball. Actually, it's Power Pro Baseball. But fired on first shot. No problems at all. And as you can see here, if you look at the sensor, it turns on. So that was the only trouble that it had at the beginning, and it was an easy fix. I could tell what was wrong with it at the beginning, but you can watch the intro to it. It's kind of entertaining. But yeah, as you can see, it's playing fine. There's no problems at all. And yeah. just a couple of cables added, and it's working great. This is actually a pretty decent game. It's a lot of fun to play. You actually watch the glove of the catcher, and you can see the different places where they're going to throw the ball. The pitcher's going to throw the ball, but this is the game. It's working great. So nothing done to this at all. I'm gonna have to clean this thing up here, and definitely, because it's quite nasty. But oh, one more thing here. I'll just kill the switch on this. But I wanted to thank everyone for all of the advice and all of the comments that you've been leaving on the different videos I put up, especially a lot of the videos where I'm working on something. Got lots of awesome like links to different manuals for arcade boards, and lots of different advice for repairing different sections on the arcade boards themselves, and some really cool questions, and a lot of great great responses. So I really do appreciate it. And kind of in return here, I wanted to put up a video there of the Chameleon Club video game shop, and as a lot of people had asked about, I wanted to make a video here to show you that the GameCube does work. Some people said if it didn't work, show us how to fix it, but since it does work, I can't show you how to fix it. The only thing that I could tell you is, once again, if you're having any trouble with any kind of connector that has a metal casing around it, whether it be an AV cable or a regular controller, make sure you polish up that steel or that metal casing, and you should be all set. You shouldn't have any problems at all. But not bad for about $4. That's the only thing that I had to pay for, was the AC adapter there for it, or the power pack. But yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.